We're joined now by Tim Lovegrove of Carpetright. Tim, tell us why you're a member of AR when you joined. What's the reasoning? What value do you get from being a member?
I've been a member of AR for 10 years now, I would say. I think it's right and proper that a business like Carpetright is represented and is a member of an organisation that represents the out-of-town retail community, particularly because Carpetright is represented on so many of the retail parks and has so many stores. And it's been a business that's been going for 30 years, and so, to be honest, it was there at sort of the formation of the out-of-town revolution, really. And so here we are today, sort of 30 odd years on.
The current issues that are affecting our part of the retail industry, which AR will pick up as part of its lobbying activities, what do you see those issues as being?
Yes, I think it's the thorny old issue of business rates, as always. We've seen them climb and climb and climb. And if you look at the history of business rates over the years, and suddenly it's gone to being a much more significant part of any business's operating costs, who operates with a large number of shops, and so the issue of sort of the online threat versus the actual physical property issue is one to be considered carefully, and I think some balance needs to be struck there, I think.
Well, the industries, it's something, of course, that AR has done a lot on in the last year, but there are quite a few challenges now, not the least of which is that retail parks seem to be a soft target for local authorities trying to extend their housing supply.
Yes.
How do you think we should respond to that challenge?
I think that you can't resist. I think the economic forces will dictate, and clearly if there are landlords who feel that the land would be worth more as a residential redevelopment opportunity than it is as a retail park, the economics will always win in the long run. You can't fight that. But I think undoubtedly there probably is some oversupply in retail parks, and so I do see, for example, where you've got 3 retail parks in a town, there might only be enough occupiers to justify sustain 2 retail parks. So it may be that one goes to residential. In London, and inside the M25, it's been far more of a threat, less so elsewhere. But also, I think that what's quite interesting, we might well see in London, I'm sort of talking to some people now about redeveloping retail parks, where actually you put the residential above and leave the retail on the ground floor. So the issue is to sort out the parking for the residents and the customers, but it's doable. I think we might see some more mixed-use development along those lines now.
And would you see that as a positive step from the point of view of the retailer?
I think there are issues to be resolved. For example, mainly sort of how the common parts are divided and used, but also there's clearly maintenance and repair issues, and also essentially we're on retail parks because we're a bulky goods a retailer, and so you've got to sort out the logistics and the deliveries. I've got 50-foot Pantechnicon lorries arriving on site, and so I clearly need to keep those away from the residents of any residential scheme above for their own health and safety.
What about Carpetright, the business? New lettings, innovations, moving forward, plans for the future?
Yes.
What's happening at the business?
Well, I think, as you heard in the conference earlier, with Dreams mentioning that sort of 80% of the customers that go to their stores have been to visit the website first, and it's a footfall driver to the stores. Same for Carpetright. 80% of our customers have been to the website first, and they're doing the job of comparing prices and also investigating and ascertaining what sort of product we've got and whether it suits the need of the customer. And then finally, what they're doing is using the store locator function to find out where's my nearest store and then going to it. Yes.
And a final question perhaps on the future of the sector. Retail's been going through a very challenging time, and certainly recently our sector's responded probably better than the others.
Yes.
Do you feel positive about that continuing in the future?
Yes, I do. I think that the demand will always be there, but But it's changing, and the pace of change has been huge. And so, I mean, again, we heard earlier about the need for sort of right-sizing the stores, and what impacts on that is not only the internet, but also the change in logistics and the way we service stores and the way we warehouse, how much stock we hold, and all that sort of stuff will change rapidly as well, because we have to respond to those changes. Because if you're caught napping, you're dead.
Tim, thanks very much
Thank
for
you very
sharing
much.
your thoughts.
Thank you.